Hello people, as usual, it's your boy Ambassador again doing this thing. Yeah, we've been running now for a while. The Just My Opinion podcast, as usual. It's just about opinions. But as I say, culture is the window through which the world gets to know people. So I think it's very important for Cameroonians, Africans to have a voice when it comes to their culture. Hence, the world gets to know them from their culture. So I have here with me
Big Drip, Young Town,
and
Your Wave.
okay. So you can already tell from the swag the guys have. They are rappers, Cameroonian artists, but they also have their own opinion. So at times we'll be talking on the festival. A rapper at times is just a Cameroonian and African as well. So as usual, you guys already know how we move out here. We have a couple of issues we'll be discussing. I'll read them out, share maybe some public opinions, and then we give our opinions based on. As I always say, it's just my opinion. The podcast is called Just My Opinion. So his opinion, my opinion, whatever he says, that's his opinion. Whatever he says, my opinion. And you can as well give your opinion in the comment section. I really like those comments which people shoot out there. It's just about people voicing out their thoughts, yeah? So, the first issue I'm going to be reading out is this Bopda affair in Cameroon. We just call it Bopda affair. For those who know, they know. It has been a while, and I'll just read it out. It's from 237 Showbiz. So, over 100 victims accused Hervé Bopda, allegedly I suppose, for rape, kidnap, sodomy, for being a sexual predator protected by authorities. Over 100 victims have anonymously accused certain Cameroonians by name Hervé Bopda of serial rape. So I'm not just going to read all of it because some of the allegations, I don't want to put it out there when we are not yet sure. But there was also the issue where they said some of the parties happened here around Boya, which you guys are familiar with, linking issues like some wealthy people in Boya organizing those parties. So, also the artist Salatiel put out a write-up, which I think he now tilted it towards entertainers, where he said life in Cameroon, life in Africa and other countries in Africa as a young person is not easy. We have lots of old people that have refused to leave power. Give a chance to youth, but there is a way out. If you have to make it, you need to make hard work part of your DNA. All this, my big brother, my grandfriend, I don't know what I did. This grandfriend just likes me. This grandson just likes me. It's a lie. The hand that gives is waiting with the other hand to receive. Ask yourself, will I be able to pay what this person is giving me in return? Because trust me, there's always return. Sometimes you see a big bro pop out from nowhere and give you 1 million francs. You just receive it. Do you know how many hours people work to earn 1 million francs? You receive the money and you expect that you are just going to go scot-free. Tomorrow they are going to call you and ask you to come for a birthday party. No shit about. And you don't even know what people are partying for. You are going for the party. Why are you partying? You are taking drinks that people pay, that can pay your rent. I'm talking about things I've seen in the music world. So I'm not going to read all of it, but what he's just saying is that idea of people want free. He's not justifying what's happening in the whole Bopda affair, but he's also trying to sensitize the youth. Because that's the purpose of this conversation. So we can raise the problem, but also solutions. So yeah. I think you guys are in the music industry. He's also saying that he has seen a lot of these things in parties, and at times they even use artists where they know they call Young Time or they call TJ. Young boys who want to be there, young girls who want to come. Then that's how the predators and all of that. So that was the angle which Salatiel came from. So yeah, I'll just start with you, Young. What do you think about the whole Bopda affair, the sexual allegations and all that?
I think that there are so many sides. There are so many sides to it. The first context being the education of the country. How our younger sisters, how the girls are raised, how they are brought up. Because for the girls, most of these girls are allegedly being raped on the man's property.
Yeah.
The first question I'll ask is, what are you doing on so and so property? Yeah, either in his car, either at his house. It's never, I was raped in the club, I was raped in the restaurant. It's never a public space. It's their space. So I'm not saying that they are not being raped, but there will definitely be cases that are being raped. But you need to also know that everybody has a role that they play in it. In relation to the money parties here, I've seen with my eyes how girls run those parties. how girls run those parties, and for me, it's a bit of a double standard to say that those same girls go to those parties and are raped, given that they are the ones chasing the parties. But it's still possible that they could be raped. The third side to it is, if they're accusing this man of all of these things, why is he not yet arrested? Because I believe that he should even be arrested while pending investigation, or maybe be on bail. But there should be some legal action being taken first for people to understand that they are working on something.
And that's the thing I believe. There are a lot of accusations and less proof.
Yeah.
As much as all of us want those things to happen, we want positive things to happen.
Of course.
I believe any sort of evidence from the police will help certain investigations. They entertain you. As you said, most of the things happen in the man's property or not in the public space, in the private space. So for me, I just feel like as much as there are accusations, we need certain things that will help the justice system to do it. That, to help the kids in one way. And this is not a new thing. Women are being sexually assaulted on a daily basis. We want to stand with women as much as possible. And I genuinely believe if you are above 20 as a woman, there are certain things as a girl or as a female, there are certain things you have to take in perspective before you go about life. I just hope that as time goes by, women will understand and try to take responsibility in certain things, the way they carry themselves. And if you are going to a place or if you are putting yourself in a position that will hurt you, you need to understand that accountability will somehow come to you in one way or the other.
But I don't know, I wanted to just look at it from the angle of you guys as artists and influencers. Because it's alleged that these people work in collaborations with artists and influencers to get those girls. Like Coco Emilia just came out the other day and said, I have never encouraged anyone to do prostitution or pimping. Anyone publishing this message or audio in direction of which I am not a part of. Natalie Kwa has said the same thing. The audio, the write-up was what Salate was sharing. At the end of the write-up, he even said that it was at some occasion where, when he realized that that's what they were doing, he was there with, I think, Agbo Gilbert. He told Agbo Gilbert that he's going to leave because he cannot be part of all of this. So, and also, before I've had these conversations even off air with you, young time, I'm saying that a good amount of this industry is being funded by this kind of things. The girls have it easier. I suppose I'm not. I cannot allege it directly, but I feel like the girls have it easier. But now, when the investor comes to collect what he was investing for, which was not necessarily profit, he comes to collect. Now it sounds like rape. And as I've said, I can speak for this platform. Nobody's trying to condone rape or we're just trying to look at both sides so that people learn
from the story. And I believe that's what I'm saying. I believe this thing is becoming more women want more money and more men want more sex. Men are horny these days.
So, every day.
So it's a battle that we don't know how to fight. As much as we can only, as you said, give advices and put encouraging words that will make females and males also take the right decision, because money has power. If money can influence a man, what about a woman? Men with more stronger abilities. And this thing, and we put out these things and say it's only females. I hear men were also abused. I hear men were also abused in this. So if we can control a man, just imagine what he can do to a female.
Talking about influencers, first, I cannot refuse that some of the influencers are into that, but there's a key part also involved. Rich men at the party no go find the girls no day. It's a fact. Now, Da Costa might know that having young time at this party will bring girls. Having CJ at this party will bring girls. Now he knows you probably personally, and he says, okay, this way I can come with girls. You're just inviting these girls to this party. Now, something else if the girls are raped. Something else if the girls see money that they have never seen. Partaking stuff that you get. That's now your upbringing, your resistance. You can leave, but again, I'll say that the way I've seen.
And with situations like that, if you are would you blame a celebrity for that? I want to ask you that.
No, not necessarily, right? But it depends if they know That's like if they tell you that okay, invite 20 girls, and they tell you that okay, peripheral, bring those girls. We want to do this with these girls. We'll give you 1 million. For me, even just the fact that I'm inviting you and telling you to bring 20 girls and they'll give you 1 million, there are question marks to it. But now, where it's really criminal is if you are aware that that's the plan to do this to these girls when you're inviting them.
I think what is generally aware is the fact that they know that these men want these girls. They want the girls. But wanting somebody is a natural feeling.
No, so it depends now, right? You know that the men want the girls. Yeah. But in a civilized society, if you want a girl, you walk up to the girl, hello, how do you do?
Exactly.
I like to get to know.
So what the influencer is doing is bringing these girls to where the men can hey hi and that. But now if a man is saying hey hi and is 50 million next to him and the girl cannot stand her emotions, does it make the person that brought the girl the bad person?
No, not at all. So some of those things is just the context, right? Like when I read this guy's own post, because people have been posting about it. Jovi, he was like, people have been attacking him that why does he not speak about these things? And Jovi was like, my sister and my daughter will not be raped because I did not tweet. Yes. And your sister and mothers and daughters will not be spared because you tweeted. I never asked for help from you. I mean everyone on Twitter, if that ever happens to me, the tweets give you attention. That's why you do it. You don't really care about people. You are just hypocrites. So I also saw his angle, but you guys know Jovi. Jovi, he speaks how he feels. He's not trying to be politically correct with anybody. But I also felt like some of these things have been happening for a while. I mean, like, even like me, I will sit here and act like it's the influencers.
That's what I'm saying.
There have been a number of occasions where I know some people have told me that I've gone to those parts and that's how it goes down. Yeah. I did not say anything.
That is what I say. We all know these things go down.
Yeah.
And the highest thing that can help us in case like this is a little bit of evidence, a little bit of a little bit of something. You might say I say they say.
But I have a question though. If at a party, people court each other, they have sex. Is it necessarily first of all a wrong thing? If it's consensual,
no, not necessarily.
It's not wrong. So if these parties happen and people have consensual sex, it's not wrong. So
no. Oh, sorry, Dan. I just wanted to say some of the accusations that they are claiming, some of them are minors.
Yeah. True.
So
there's no even consensual when it comes to minors.
There's no even consensual to that. So it's just for us to find a way to make.
Yeah. That's why I was talking on the education of the children.
That's where it all starts.
A parent cannot be in a house with a minor and a minor owns a phone that can pay the house rent for 2 years.
I don't question where is this phone from.
It's not a question in that parents that would lock the children up until they know the detail of where that time is coming from. You see what I'm saying? So the education of the children also matters, because if the children are minors, they should not be at those locations. The parents should be held responsible also for the children being able to be at those locations at that time. You see what I'm saying? So they should first of all go back to the whole educational system about how we are raising our children. Yes, because these men play a part, but the fact about life is money is very attractive.
If it's coming from young time, I agree.
An old man with a lot of money.
Okay. And also, I don't want us to like belabor the point. I just want us to give our opinions. I think we have given our opinions with it. Now there is this.
Wait, before we continue, I also want to specify that we don't condone if anybody was raped. Legal action should be taken.
No, I think it's good to emphasize that, because people online have this tendency of taking things out of context and then start attacking people when they have not heard what people are actually saying. It's true.
Just my opinion.